now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rosen. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Steven Nelson.
They gonna need some there. Hey, alert!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go. Set. 90. Walk.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 51 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Love. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Samuels. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Love. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Monday. Watch twist.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Oh, you got D?
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Gordon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Gordon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 40. Six.
Gordon on the carry. The tackle made by Devin Bush. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Check. 180. Check. Get the nose. Hey, quarter. Run that Monday. Mike 5'9".
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. Ready.
gun on third down. Love. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down now, Samuels. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
Come on, set. 16 out. Time go.
Off play action. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Delta.
Rosen will throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is fielded at the 27.
Here we go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Love. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Down. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Here we go.
On first down, Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
66.
To throw again. Love. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They run with Washington. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him. Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Got it. Check right. Watch it, you get right, Lee. You get right.
They'll run with Samuels. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run for it with Samuels. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Give me that hard. Give me that.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. He finds Hopkins complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Middle. 51 the mic. Target. Alert. Check 13.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? He's going to wind up and air it out. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Kill. Protein spill. Ready, go.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. Alpha.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's going to launch it for 1. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get wide.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And some room to work. A big play there by Gordon. 49 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 51. Wild Bill. 51's the Mike. Alert. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Samuels again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
2nd and 11. He's got Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the twitch.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score all time.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mike Hunt, 180, 55. I know he ain't got it. Hey, alert, alert. Mike, 55.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. They'll find Everett there, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Mike to 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Melvin Gordon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw. Love. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Here's Samuels. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays harder to move it.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill. Monday.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, check 24. 80. Under 10. 10.
Now it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they just put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Hey, let's get there. Check. He's checking. 3, 2, 18. Ready.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Lonnie Johnson picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Houston, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.